Okay. Um, you. I managed to get them a little bit more hit points. Ideally, but I don't have save states. I would have gotten the most skill points I could have, or stat points, so 3. Um, and a bunch of hit points, and as many spells as possible, but of course, I don't have that, so I did the best I could without burning myself out entirely. Um, yeah, I think they, well, except for you who got 3, I think they all got 2. I think. Um, but Thief did make 2 levels. But they got decent hit points. And they all got 2 or 3 spells. Speaking of which, now you, that, want to try that. I don't know if it'll work, but I want to try it. And I don't suspect 1 level will be enough. But we don't know if we don't try, so we're gonna go try. I suspect this will not work. But we're gonna do we're going to put in the effort to find out. I suspect 1 level for them is not enough for them to hit often enough or hard enough. Now, with Murphy, that hit point bar isn't as helpful or accurate, because Murphy is undamaged at this point, because has regenerated more than we've done. So the regen throws off how that bar reads. Also, multiple small hits don't always display quite the same as fewer larger hits will, but there's also the variability in hit points. I have done this fight enough times to notice some things. Oh, okay. Well, we got... Okay, now you know all there is to know, so I can do the shorter option. Toggle enemy card? Wait, what? Oh. 10d10 plus 10. And quite a low AC. A bunch for assistances. Special traits is the 1 point of regen. I don't know that I've seen the highest that can go. When I was keeping track, it was usually in the middle of that, which... Oh, and you're number 77. Okay. Averages being what they are. Seeing the stuff in the middle of that. Is what you'd expect, but outliers happen. So the fewest you could have is 20. But even if I got lucky and I got a 20, that's still something we would have to be able to hit to get to. Or through. I think we have more than adequately demonstrated that not yet. But that -3 AC does give us some better context as to why. Because their ability to hit goes up as they level and as their stats go up, but we don't get a direct relationship to that like with other games that actually show the math. But yeah. Per hit, Murphy is less dangerous because, like I said, that guaranteed. If he hits, it's just for 2. And other foes are more dangerous in that specific regard. But we have to be able to hit in return. And we can't yet. So we get to work with the other things for a bit longer. So, since we're not doing that, but I did want to test, and I did want to show that. No, god damn it, what do you... No! Fucking hell. You. There. Because that may or may not work out better. Okay. Did we learn everything we... Well... No! I can't actually check that in combat. I hadn't actually looked and noticed that. Okay. Because the other one was far enough behind. soon as people are down enough hit points that a full casting would be required, whether or not it gets them the whole 8, but as soon as they're down 8 or more, should, especially while we're still low hit pointed, the squishier. Topping them off. I've got all there is to know about you, yeah. Instead of swinging at the ones that are still there, they just stand there. Oh. Slimes are not the way to make levels. Well, not an efficient way anyway. We'll take what we can get. What I could do to help even things out is to take a look at, I can actually show it. Not that, Jesus fucking Christ. Since everyone else has got the same number of experience, what I could do is, well, look at where they're at, and then just have the other two clerics out of the party for long enough for her to get basically where they are. Catch her up a little. Since the other ones are desynchronized from the clerics anyway. I could do that. Just so that there isn't the lag with the catching up. Because she died. Okay. But we got new insights, so I want to see what they are. Okay. It shouldn't be surprising that a slime will resist sleep. Okay. We still don't know those. Oh, but we will have gotten the blurb. Okay. Well. Yeah. That's fine. They're actually not injured, but since you're going to be resting anyway, I want everybody to be healthy for that. And for a couple hundred experience points, they will all be at the same level until the thief goes up again. But I'll wait until they're all ready, and the thief may or may not make two. But I'm going to back them up here in case they're bad and I want to do chronomancy. It does also occur to me that I should at least tell you what that file path is. I knew what it was. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I recognized it as soon as I saw it. I have looked for such folders before, so I knew where to start looking. Username folder, app data, which is normally a hidden file. Of course, I have it shown because I keep going into it for game shit. Local, and what told me this is what you're looking for? Murphy. Of course, the folder's fucking called Murphy. Then saved, then save games, and there they are. Global options player data _0 for originally it was just that one save file. Now that they've given you more, I have an _1, which is the one we're doing now. And while the game is open, there is an additional file there that I happen to be able to see because the game is open and I have that folder open. Tamperfile.save, which goes away once the game closes. But let's just see how it looks just clicking through and getting whatever random bullshit we happen to get. That's a no. Chronomancy guaranteed. Big fat fail right on the first one. Now see, that one I would keep if it were done independently. But it's not. 1 hit point is a no. You get a bunch of spells and a bunch of attribute points, which are both great. 1 hit point is still a no. So, we would be redoing that anyway. I do want to see if in here it will give better context. I don't think so. It's not like I can hover over something and get additional information. And you're not actually giving information about the stat in here, even. So I don't have a good way to know what would be more effective. Like, agility will definitely influence how early in the rotation people act. It may also passively, if not actively, well, it doesn't change the RACI. Only gear does that. If a trap goes off it, that reflex may help them dodge that. It may help with their hitting, but weapons may also just be entirely run on strength. Strength may control both how hard they hit and how often. Maybe not. It doesn't actually tell us. There's a lot of shit this game just doesn't fucking tell us. We ended up with a round number. Entirely by accident, but interesting. Or because that's not something I would expect to happen. But So, I'm doing the agility because there are observable things for that are worth it. And I don't know if there are second-hand benefits or secondary benefits that we're just not being told about. There's a lot of shit this game doesn't tell us. Even with all the additions to, hey, let's give you more information than they used to. There's still a lot that isn't being said. So I'm going with the agility because of the observable effects, and if I'm getting more out of it than just that, great. And then the strength. And then their intellect, because they will start getting the spells, and that will help that along. But them being spellcasters is not their first job. So I want them to be better at their primary job first. They started out with their primary job maxed out. Yeah. They have a lot more things they need to focus on. So those points ended up split. But yeah. At least on the first floor, things will get easier and easier, and then more complicated, and then easier and easier. But with all the drama that comes with things that aren't on the first floor, the risks never go away. I can minimize them for the very limited subset of the maze that is the first floor. We do what we can. I will keep testing every level. Okay, is Murphy doable now? Because as soon as Murphy is, then we can just grind there. Until I need to restore their magic because we're out of healing. That is a less engaging or less dynamic, but much more effective approach once it's achievable. And I do think I'm gonna have them out for just long enough for this one to catch up to where they're at, which will also level them again. But I'll do that next time. Right now, I just want to get through a level, test Murphy, and get through a level. And okay, and then test Murphy and get through a level. Once I get to the point of where I'm grinding, I'm not sure how I want to go about dealing with that, because the grinding is going to happen, and then there's going to be many hours of it. Many hours of it. And I still have thoughts about, well, one, the names they're going to end up with, because all of these are placeholder names, potentially. And profiles, those can change. This one, I also have thoughts about what I'm gonna do with or about them. because they're gonna level faster. And then I may do a... I do still want to have the thief be able to do other things, but with you only get 1 hit point per level no matter how much chronomancy you try after that class change. And if they change that, that'd be a pleasant surprise, but I'm going to operate under the assumption that, nope, that is what I'm stuck with. If I change class, my hit points are fucked. So do well with those and take enough levels before I do it to mean that I'm not sabotaging myself by having shit for hit points. So if I'm gonna do that, what I may do is wait until they can cast Calfo, swap to the other one. They're going to be a little bit behind in... They already level... Mages already level a little slower than clerics, so they're going to be a bit behind. I could catch them up all on their own, but I don't want them in the front row. They can't wear armor to make up for that, and the 2 points you get from parrying aren't enough. So they're going to be a little behind. And they will probably take just as many levels, which will take longer to achieve, as the clerics to get to the point where they have all the spells and then can change class. And I'm not sure how much their class of being a mage will sabotage their potential hit points, no matter the vitality. Because I expect the die, the rolling is smaller. But that's all for... We're not there yet. That's... you. That's a Calfo. Somebody. 2 of you actually learned it. It doesn't help with the disarming. It doesn't help with the disarming. But 2 of you learned it. So technically I could do that now. Because at least we can properly identify it. You don't... The second level spells don't get a healing spell, so it wouldn't be a wasting of a casting that would otherwise go towards healing us. Which is convenient. Okay, well, that's a decision we can make. And you do have it, it's you that doesn't. Okay. Well, in which case, I think next time I'll still do the catch 3 up, but I'll have the 4th member be this little dumbass standing in the back row, being unable to wear anything remotely useful. little bit of a head start. Okay, we have a plan. Not that the game, Maze, won't throw wrenches into every plan, but at least I have one.